Hey guys, Spartan117GW here today from PTS Syndicate, and today we're going to be talking about our new PTS Enhanced Polymer Backup Iron Sights. So what we have here is a rear sight and a front sight, and they're very low profile. As you can see, this is the PTS MKM GBBR, and it's very low profile, so even if you have an optic that kind of sticks over the rear of the rear iron sight, it's not sticking up so high that basically going to get blocked or anything like that. Going over the basic features, we'll start off with the rear sight. You have windage adjustment, which will move the sight left to right. You also have different aperture settings. So by moving the aperture up or down, we'll change it from a large aperture to a small aperture, or vice versa. There's texturing on the sights to aid in operating the sights. So basically, if you have sweaty hands or this, that, and the other, or for some reason, maybe it's cold outside or whatnot, you don't have as much dexterity in your hands, the texture on the sights is just to aid in operating the sights and being able to move them up and down. The front sight post is pretty straightforward. What I like about it is that it sits high enough that if you have a D-balls or other visible IR laser device or anything like that on the front of the gun, the sights are tall enough that they'll basically stick perfectly over. You'll have a really good sight picture even looking through an optic. The sight adjustment for the front sight is pretty straightforward. There's one dial. It moves the sight up or down. So basically it's toolless, which is really handy. You don't need a tool to adjust the sights. The sights are just deployed just by pulling them up or pushing them down. Very straightforward, very simple. This is really a nice addition to make sure that your airsoft gun is a little bit more authentic or realistic. It gives it a more complete look, but of course they function perfectly as backup iron sights or standalone iron sights for your airsoft rifle.